Hello, this is Mother Love Whispers. I'm really looking forward to being with you for a little bit, and I hope that this finds you well and positive. I was sitting down having lunch and thought I would make a video. We've got some soup beans here and biscuit, some onion, and I like to put that in the crock pot. And I'm gonna go over a couple of books that I like really well. Since I moved here to Virginia, I realized I've had a lot of things that I kind of collected, and these are two books that I would never part with, no matter how much more space or less space I have. So, and just grateful to God for this day. Looking out the window, got some sunshine going on. I don't know about y'all, but where we live in Virginia, in Austinville, we had about a half a foot of snow, and then ice on top of that because it rained. So, and it's been very cold, as cold as like 15 degrees. So finally today it's like in the 40s. So that's y'all's little weather update. These are the books that, out of the ones that I have right now, are just wonderful, positive affirmations of life and of God watching over you. This is called Breaking Night, and these are true. These are memoirs. It's called Breaking Night. It's a memoir of forgiveness, survival, and my journey from homeless to Harvard. So her name is Liz Murray, and this, from the time she was very, very young, her and her little sister had to do the best they could in an apartment with their parents. Sorry about that. I had to open a door for the dog. So anyway, while they were tiny and running around, 4 and 5 years old, their mom and dad were they lay in the bed up until 4 or 5 in the evening, and then they would get up and go out and score medicine to shoot in their arms, and then they would continue doing that all night long. That's why it's called Breaking Night, because Liz would wait by the window and watch for her parents to make it back okay from their drug pusher and make sure that they got back alive. So that's a horrible way for a child to go through life at that time. But the smartest thing that this little child did was they had this guy come to the apartment, and he was selling encyclopedias, and she told him yes, that she wanted one. Both the kids did. And for some reason, this guy, even though there were no parents there or anything, he left the encyclopedias. This is back in the 70s. And Liz began looking at all the pictures, and she ended up just every day, her and her sister would look at those encyclopedias, especially the pictures at first. But then she ended up just reading and reading and reading, and she was very intelligent, and later on it helped her out tremendously. So remember, this is Breaking Night, and I swear you will love it. It's wonderful. And this next one is called A Piece of Cake, and it's by Cupcake Brown, and that's actually her name. Her mom craved cupcakes while she was pregnant with her, so when she was born, her mom named her Cupcake. So this, let me read the back. There are shelves of memoirs about overcoming the death of a parent, childhood abuse, rape, drug addiction, miscarriage, alcoholism, hustling, gangbanging, near-death injuries, drug dealing, prostitution, and homelessness. Cupcake Brown survived all of these before she'd even turned 20. And that's when things got interesting. This is one of the very best books just about surviving, and it's from the time she's like 10 years old. She's on the streets. So, and she's very intelligent, but she didn't know it for the longest time. Well, I'll tell you one thing in it that I thought was amazing was that they would go to the rental store and get furniture for the house, and then when they wanted to fix, they would go sell that furniture, and there they'd be with no furniture, owing the company. You know, it was almost like they looked forward to being able to find hustles like that so they'd be able to have money. And later on, she had to start getting jobs, and she lied her way into a really good legal assistant job and working in a lawyer's office. And right here is a picture of her. She's beautiful. And what is she now? She practices law, one of the nation's largest law firms, and lives in San Francisco. And she's such a sweet person that when my daughter, Southern Belle Whisper, talked to her on Facebook, she answered her back and was just very gracious and sweet. So I thought y'all would be enjoy if you love really good books, and especially seeing people this young be able to just pray and be scrappy and get through and give thanks, you know, because they know what it could have been. You'll love it. This is Kelly when she was a baby with our my best friend, her daughter Danielle. It was really cute. Hold on. This is her on my lap. Little monkey. Cutie pie. This is her playing in the leaves. I have to say, of all the babies that I've ever cared for or known, she was, and to everybody else too, they just couldn't get over. She smiled constantly. She laughed out loud at like 2 months old. I mean, she just, it's been a sweet, wonderful baby. And then here she is in the 2nd grade. She hates this picture, but you know, they all lose their teeth about that time. But I thought this is one of the cutest little pictures because it's got her little freckles and stuff. And then, but you know, she didn't like it because she didn't have teeth. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, I just thought I'd flip this open and show you a few of the greatest thing in my life. The greatest thing was this child coming along, and I was like 33, and it was a surprise, but she ended up being the exact thing that, the exact person too, that we all needed in the family, because she's so sweet. And it bonded us. We have a blended family. And until then, it was kind of, you know, touch and go between the two families. But Kelly came along, our Southern Belle Whisper, And she was the bridge. Love can build a bridge. Didn't think about that, but that's so. And she's just precious. And I can't wait to see her in March. And thank you all for, this is when she turned 1. It was her birthday. Thank you all for your time and your prayers. And we've been here a couple of months now. And it's gotten better. The trip from South Carolina to Virginia, it's turned out to be just a really nice place. I just, miss some of the family in South Carolina. Let me see. I'll back up and show you. The seat is hard to get off of because I'm so short. Okay. Let me go back in here and I'll fake a tree. Got this at I was at Walmart and I saw this clock and it was like $8 or $9. So I said, no, I don't need a clock right now. But then I went to the Goodwill and there it was, the same clock up on top of a rack, brand new. All things are possible if you believe. Well, honey, I believe, and I felt like that was a God wink. It really was. And this lamp with the angel on it and the little kids getting ready to fall off the bridge. I've always loved that. My granny had one in her trailer and we stayed with her for a while when I was little, and the sun would come in and it would touch that picture every day. And I was like 7, and it just really made a big difference. There's the sunshine out there going up on the hill. Yep. Here's my guy blessing his bride. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll be talking more. Y'all can give me some ideas what you'd like to listen to. And God bless you. Toodaloo.